When you look at Justin Jefferson, can you kind of project where you think he could end up in Vikings history? Or are you one of the guys that said, we got to wait and see?
Well, I think that what he's done is worth a conversation. I think that everyone always wants to get ahead because they don't want to be wrong. And there's nothing like watching something beautiful blossom, grow. Um, I'm very fortunate that I interacted with Justin at the NFL Combine because I'm part of the NFL Mentors Program. So he was
Mhm.
part of my group at the Combine. And they were talking about 5 receivers, and they had him ranked anywhere from 3rd to like 7th. And the way he moved, and once I seen his 40 time and his overall confidence, but not overzealous and, being braggadocious, I thought he was going to be the best receiver in the class. And we end up drafting him. And I think that everyone wants to, because we have such a great history, compare him in such a short period of time. But I do believe that if he fulfills his potential, if he's able to avoid injuries, if he's able to stay with the Vikings, because that's part of it too, you got to be able to put up unbelievable numbers to be able to get in that conversation. I believe that if 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 people consider me to be the greatest Viking, then my dogs are running around chasing. Then I'm just holding the crown until he finishes his career because you know wide receivers. There's a number of categories, but if there were 4 or 5 categories, when you look at him in those 4 or 5 categories that the receivers got to do: releases, catching the ball, running with the football, what he does in game, how he performs, those things. He all those things he's doing at a high level. Like he has no weakness in his game. So that right there would put him in the conversation. Now, consistency, longevity, all those things, desire to be great at the game, staying hungry at the game, putting another receiver, having quarterbacks to throw him the football, having some type of running game, all those things, come into play into having a long, career. I told the Vikings when we were in London that I would rip up his contract now. I'd sign him now to a 5-year contract. I give him 30 million now. I give him 150 million now, and
Ooh.
because it's only going to cost him more money.
Right. Exactly.
Like
Yeah, I said
it's
that.
only going to
Yeah.
cost.
He's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be 180, $200 million receiver if they let it go too long. And so I totally agree. You hit the nail on the head with the 150. But like I said, I mean, you look at Cooper Kupp, you look at all these guys and what they're getting. In my opinion, Justin Jefferson, you hit the nail on the head. His releases, his willingness to go get a ball, his want. Not everybody wants to be great. People like
Yep.
being great, but everybody doesn't want to be great because there's a lot that comes with it. Let's transition into coach because you've
Mhm.
played been around some great coaches. Kevin O'Connell comes in. The defense hasn't gotten any better. So everybody that was upset with how Zim's defense was going, it's the same. They're still
Mhm.
giving up big yards, but there's something different, which is like Kirk Cousins now ordered grills. Like he's going to wear diamond grills now. He's taking his shirt off on a plane, wearing the chain. So it seems like he's more relaxed now. He's having fun with the fellas. You got guys doing things that they wouldn't do before in the past, maybe, a little bit more relaxed atmosphere. Do you think that is a big difference or can help a team win some tough games when that atmosphere is a lot more relaxed and more like a, not to call it a homey type of atmosphere, but it is like all the boys and even the coaches hanging out with them. So do you think that's one of the big issues, or not, sorry, issues, one of the big changes in this team is just Kevin O'Connell giving these guys a lot more freedom?
Right. Well, first of all, there's such contrast in how they approach football.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of whatever success or failure, um, there that would always be challenged as far as comparing the two because they're
Yeah.
so drastically different. But because they've had such great success, and I just think that your atmosphere at your job is important to your overall mental health. And the environment that you create through leadership, and it's hard to be a great leader and do it through fear. There's only a few people that have been able to do it and be successful at it. But typically, those coaches come with championship pedigrees. And
Mhm.
typically, those coaches in their 60s and 70s are older than that. So I
Yeah.
think that the Vikings looking at a new way to do things, you have to give them credit and the atmosphere for which they've created in the building. You have to give the staff, that I mean the general manager and the coach, because they created that atmosphere. And I'm not going to say it makes it easier to do your job,
Mhm.
but I think to me, I would like my coach a lot more
Mhm.
than to fear him. I think
Totally.
I
Noted.
think that
Noted.
I think that we respond better on a daily basis, and
Mhm.
they do have a great environment, a great culture, facilities, food, nutrition, how they're trying to take care of the players. The players really don't have any excuses
Right.
because they really do give them an opportunity to be very, very good at their job on a daily basis.